In the last video I shared the ciabatta recipe with you, which is good but can be better this time. I'm going to make one of those bigger ciabattas with giant holes and the chewy crust. It is soft and crunchy at the same time, and of course, it is super easy to make and less complicated for beginner bakers. So let's get into this, shall we? Let's make the dough in a medium-sized bowl and add 500 grams of strong bread flour. If you are using cake flour or any flour with lower protein content, something less than 11%, you can reduce the hydration to something like 75%. This recipe is 80% hydration. Add 20 grams of fresh compressed yeast. I prefer fresh yeast due to its quick rising capabilities. You can use instant yeast as it can be used straight away, no need to pre-activate. Next, add 14 grams of salt. Mix well to distribute the salt evenly in the flour. Add 400 grams of water and mix. Once I have a shaky dough, I set the time for 30 minutes without doing anything else and let the dough rest. 30 minutes later, the magic happened and the dough gained some beautiful strength. Bring a small bar of water close to you because we need to wet our hands every time we're going to touch the dough, and now perform a set of stretch and folds. When I finish folding all the sides to the center, I'm going to flip the dough, wet up my hand again and ball up the dough in my hand like a pizza dough. Or round it up inside the bowl, don't push it too hard, nothing fancy, just bring it together. That's it. Another 30 minutes later, I perform another set of stretch and folds. After the first stretch and fold, the dough appears relatively loose and lumpy. When it is slightly stronger, it has a more elastic feel than it did before. The dough begins to develop gluten, making it easier to stretch. Now friends, I'm going to transfer my dough into a clean bowl to make it easier for me to do the folding. This time I'm going to start with coil fold. This is the first set, and I will give this bad boy another set of coil fold. I think coil fold brings lots of air and smoothness to the dough. That's why for this recipe, I decided to give the dough 2 sets of coil fold. Cover the dough and let it rest for 45 minutes. Again we wet our hands, another set of coil fold, and another 45 minutes rest. We perform the last set of coil fold, this time more gentle, and the dough should look like this after the last set of coil fold. It's going to finish its full fermentation into the fridge for cold fermentation and continue the process the next day. Now, folding helps add strength to the bread dough through a very simple series of actions. Stretch the dough out and fold it over itself. This act of stretching and folding, which takes just a few moments, helps develop the gluten network in the dough. Each fold has a significant impact on dough strength. Cover the dough and let it rest for 45 minutes. This is my dough after 6 to 12 hours in the fridge. I have cold proofed my dough and it's now time to shape it into my ciabatta loaves. Use a bit of flour to dust your table before removing the dough from the container. Flip the bowl and the dough should release from the bowl easily. Don't push the dough, we don't want to lose any air. Dust on both sides with lots of flour, and now I'm going to separate it into 2 beautiful pieces. You can also separate it into 4 pieces if you want smaller ciabattas. So you can see how well hydrated this dough is right here. I'm going to try and gather it all in a nice rectangle. And again I'm making 2 pieces. So you can see this is a very rustic bread, and I'm just going to cut it. I'm not going to be doing any shaping, any pre-shaping, nothing at all. All I'm going to do is cut the dough and transfer it onto a floured towel. And now I'm going to transfer them onto the towel. So make sure you flour up the towel generously. And then I'm going to make a line and let them kind of hold their shape. That's it, nothing fancy, and cover up and let them proof. Now my dough has been proofing for almost 1 hour. So now gently remove the dough from the towel and place it on a baking tray. Now bake your ciabattas at 250 degrees with the fan on for 15 to 20 minutes. Now the ciabattas end up looking beautiful and rustic, crispy and airy at the same time. Ciabatta bread should be soft on the inside and crispy and crunchy on the outside. The soft interior crumb is at its best on the day of baking. Now let's slice into this bread and see how it looks on the inside. Just look at it. Nice and airy on the inside, it's soft and crispy on the outside. Do you think about some butter? I have a better option for you. All you need is a little bit of extra virgin oil and a little bit of salt. If you like, trust me, make this bread and it will become your all-time favorite. I hope you enjoy the ciabatta roll recipe and try it at home. If you do, I am confident you will love this bread. Kindly give your valuable feedback by liking the video and sharing the recipe with friends and family who enjoy baking homemade bread. Thank you for your support and for watching. See you in the next video.